Alright, so today I'm going to show you my Japanese music CD collection, which I got me some Jamiroquai, some Denki Groove, some Chisato Moritaka, got me a few country music CDs, some hip-hop and rap music CDs, and also have some singles like these 8cm CDs as well. And I'm going to show you all of them, like I have over 70 of them in my collection. First I'm going to show you the soundtrack CDs. Like here's this Final Fantasy X2 soundtrack CD. I got this one at a flea market for like $2 back in 2013. I'm going to show you the disc. So there's disc 1. Oops. There we go. And disc 2. Also have the Poppy Music soundtrack, which I bought on Amazon back in 2018. Like the same year where I got into this series. So here's the disc and the spine card. Here's the Busted Move soundtrack, or Busted Groove as it's called in the West, which is a pretty cool music CD. A pretty cool soundtrack of the game. So here's the disc and the spine card. And here's the Beavis and Butthead Experience, which this is my latest one I have in my collection, which I bought on Sudagai's website. Well, the spine card's actually inside of the case for some reason. Like someone put that in there. Like the original owner put that in there. So here's the disc. And here's Beavis and Butthead. And here's some of the singles. Well, I forgot this one. Here's Jay's Selection, which I've been wanting this one for years. Which I've been wanting to add this to my Jamiroquai collection for years. Like it's a compilation of Jay's favorite songs. Like it has the Isley Brothers, Earth, Wind, Fire, Nas, Slide of Family Stone, and some Denise Williams. Well, I put this in plastic because this is actually a pretty rare find. I got this on Sudagai's website back in 2023 because I've been wanting this for years, and I finally got it. So here's the disc, and here's the inside. And here's some singles. Like here's Too Young to Die by Jamiroquai, which also has the single for When You Gonna Learn. So here's the disc and the spine card. Here's Stillness in Time by Jamiroquai, which is the maxi single of Stillness in Time. So here's the disc and the spine card. Here's Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai, the maxi single. So here's the disc. Here's Love Together by Nona Reeves, the maxi single. So here's the disc. And yes, this one is my favorite song from Nona Reeves, Love Together. You may hear it from Parappa's theme song, which the anime series of Parappa the Rapper. Here's Like a Queen by Tomita Lab, which I bought the single of it because this is my favorite song from Tomita Lab. So here's the disc and the spine card. Now here's a rare Japanese release. Take it out of the plastic. Here's the single for the Body Hats. This is the album, The Body Hat Syndrome by Digital Underground. I'll flip it right there. This one appears to be like a rare Japanese release of the album. It's like the same, like no bonus tracks, I don't think. So here's the disc and the spine card. And of course I bought a Japanese copy of this album because Digital Underground makes some pretty good music. I think that's where Tupac Shakur got its start from, which is that band. Here's 5 by Rip Slime, which I think this is their debut album. That's released in 2001. The group formed in 1998, but I think this is their debut album from 2001. So here's the disc and the spine card. Got some Fujio Katsuka style art. Fujio Katsuka of Tensai Bakubon and Osamatsu-kun. Here's Wild Fantasy Alliance by Shadar Par, which is one of the best albums. So here's the disc and the artwork. Here's the best A Tribe Called Quest album called Midnight Marauders. Well, this one's the Japanese version. Well, the Japanese release by Avex Trax. Even has Avex Trax logo on there, which is pretty cool. So here's the disc and the spine card. And here's the second row. Here's Travel Out Moving by Jamiroquai. This one appears to be my first Jamiroquai I've ever owned, which I got this back in 2013 on eBay. The same year where I got into Jamiroquai, which is 2013. So here's the disc and the lyric sheet, the Japanese lyric sheet, and the booklet. Here's Dynamite by Jamiroquai. The only reason I got a second copy of this one was because I have a dual disc copy of the album. So here's the disc and the spine card, which has the bonus track called Feel So Good, Knee Deep Remix, which is the Japan exclusive bonus track. But yeah, I actually also have this on dual disc, which is CD/DVD, which I got that one back in 2014. And this one, I got this one back in 2023 on Sudagai's website. So I thought it would be cool to have another copy, a standalone copy. And a Japanese copy of it. Here's High Time Singles 1992 to 2006 by Jamiroquai, which this one's also my second copy. I already have a second copy of that one, which I got back in 2013. And this one has the DVD and the CD. So here's the disc, the CD. Oops. And here's the DVD. Here's the spine card too. This one has the music videos for This one has the music video for Runaway, which is not available in the actual DVD, the original DVD. As you can see here, it has the music video for Runaway. And this one has Half the Man, which is also not included in the original version. Now, here's some of my Chisato Moritaka CDs. Here's Kokon Tozai. So here's the disc, and here's Chisato Moritaka. This one for earlier albums, this one's released in 1990. Here's the Moritaka, which is one of her greatest hits albums. Some remixes of her songs. And some songs that are not available in one of her albums. So here's the disc and the spine card. Here's Pepperland by Chisato Moritaka. So here's the disc and the spine card. Here's Lucky 7 by Chisato Moritaka. So here's the disc, and here's some Chisato Moritaka. And yes, you can tell I love me some Chisato Moritaka, as you can tell by my collection of her CDs. Oh, here's the best Linkin Park album, Mid-Aura. So here's the disc and the spine card. And of course, I gotta love me this album because it has some of my favorite songs in there, has Breaking the Habit, Numb, I mean, it has like a lot of Linkin Park's best songs actually. I mean, I love me some Linkin Park. Here's A Fever You Can't Sweat Out by Panic at the Disco, which is also Panic at the Disco's best debut album. Like, my favorite songs on there is the only difference between Martyrdom and Suicide is press coverage. And of course, I Write Sins Not Tragedies. That's the best one. My favorite one is also Bill Goddamn Will Talk. That one's also my favorite one too. Oh, But It's Better If You Do. That's also another best one. So here's the disc and the spine card, which has the bonus track, I Write Sins Not Tragedies, live in Denver. Here's Destiny by Nona Reeves. So here's the disc and the spine card. Also, someone left their picture and their copy of this album. So I actually decided to keep it because I thought it's pretty cool. So if so whoever owned this album is watching this, I have your picture right. I have your picture safe in this case. Here's Songs About Jane by Maroon 5. Which, this one's also my favorite album from them. I really like earlier Maroon 5 a lot more. I mean, some of their later songs are pretty good, but I like their earlier songs. Like, this one has the Maroon 5 phone charm, like the Maroon 5 logo on it. Yeah, my favorite songs on there would be Harder to Breathe, This Love, Sunday Morning, She Will Be Loved. That's also another good one. So here's a disc and a spine card. Here's A Place in the Sun by Lit, which is one of the best albums. So here's the disc and spine card. Here's Break the Cycle by Stained, which I also love this album. I really like this song called It's Been a While. What was my favorite songs from them? Let's see. Yeah, It's Been a While is actually a pretty good one. So here's the disc and the spine card. Oh yeah, also Pressure and Fade. Those are the best ones. Sorry, I didn't see the tracks at first. But yeah, those are also the best Stained songs, in my opinion. So is It's Been a While. Now here's another rare one, which is Bizarre Ride 2 by The Far Side. Like, I actually don't see this album. I don't see, like, a Japanese copy of this album anywhere. Like, I don't see that many copies floating around on the internet. But I found this on Suda Guy's website for, like, $7 back in 2024. And, of course, I bought this album because I love me some Far Side. I've actually liked their music back in 2019. And I thought their music sounds pretty good. So here's the disc and the inside. Yeah, definitely their best album of all time. Here's Paper Driver's Music by Kirinji. So here's the disc and the spine card. Here's Sakura no Ki no Shita by Aiko. I really love the song Hanabi. That's actually my favorite song from her. So here's the disc, and here's some Aiko. Here's Four Leaves Clover by Kiroro. Which my favorite songs on there would be Rakugaki, Chocolate, Yakusoku, and well, it has some pretty great songs. Like, this is actually one of the beautiful albums. So here's the disc and the inside. Yeah, the case was like broken when I got it in the mail. Like I got it from Suda Guy's website. But it's also their best album too, like a really beautiful one. Here's Ship Launching by Tomato Lab. And of course I bought the album with it because I really like the songs on there. Like my favorite songs would be Like a Queen by featuring Soulhead. And Atata Kai E Ame. That one's also a good one too. So here's the disc and the spine card. Here's Standards on a Sofa by Toki Asako. Like I really like her cover of Another Star. Also, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Like just songs that she covered. So here's the disc and the spine card. Here's Weekend Shuffle by Toki Asako. Like I like her covers for Kimi ni Mune Kyun. What else? Saturday Lover by Tatsuri Yamashita. Sunday Morning and September by Earth, Wind & Fire. I like those covers of her song. Of those songs. So here's the disc and the spine card. Here's Bokura no Ekisu by Brief and Trunks, which I just got into their music like a couple months ago, and their music sounds pretty cool. I really like the song Hitori no Uta and Konbini. Like Konbini's like it's actually their hit song. So here's the disc and the spine card. And here's some more Chisato Moritaka. Here's Step by Step. So here's the disc and the spine card. Here's Taiyo, which is my first Chisato Moritaka CD in my collection. Like this one has like a holographic artwork. Oh, and a booklet too. I'm going to show you the disc first. Like here's the disc and the inside. Here's the artwork. Like it's just pictures of that Chisato Moritaka took. But yeah, pretty cool pictures from her in this album. Just want to put it back. Hold on. There we go. I put it all back. Here's Peachberry. Like this one has my favorite songs on there would be Oshada Fu and Let's Go. Here's the inside of it. I'm going to show you a disc, which is inside of here. So here's the disc. And here's the one that's holding the disc, which is this cover art right here, the alternative cover art. And here's the booklet. Like has some art cards of the pictures that Chisato Moritaka took. I'm going to put those back if I can. There we go. Put the art cards back. And put the disc back too. There we go. Here's Sava Sava by Chisato Moritaka, which I got from Studio Guy's website. I'm going to show you the art book. Just like the same picture of Chisato Moritaka's face. And here's the case, like it's one of those CD cases that are like fully colored. So here's the disc and the inside. So that's Sava Sava by Chisato Moritaka. Now on to the third row. Oh, and this is the best one. Here's Late Registration by Kanye West. Like this one has my favorite songs, such as Touch the Sky, Celebration, We Major. Of course there's Gold Digger. That's also my favorite song. This one also has some bonus tracks too. So here's the disc and spine card. Like this one has like a bonus track such as We Can Make It Better. That was a pretty good one. Now on to some Denki Groove CDs I have in my collection. Like here's Flash Papa Menthol. Like this one has the remix for Cafe de Oni called Kanari Omoshiroi Kao Mix, which this one's like the best remix for Cafe de Oni. There's like the original 1991 release. Well, this one's released in like 1993. Yeah, 1993. So here's a disc and a spine card. Here's Karateka by Denki Groove. So here's the disc and the inside. Also, I like how they put a sticker on there, like it to make it look all 3D looking, like it's blue on the inside and the sticker is red. Just has like a 3D effect, as you can see right here, which that's actually pretty cool. Here's Vitamin by Denki Groove, which this is a pretty cool album cover. So here's the disc and the inside, which my favorite songs on there will be Popcorn, Fuji-san, Hiking, and I guess N.O. would be my favorite song on that album. But yeah, I like how they made the album cover look like it's pills. Like it looks like a pack of pills. That was a pretty cool one. Here's Orange by Denki Groove. This one's my first Denki Groove CD I ever have in my collection, which I bought this back to 2017, early 2017, on Amazon. Like around the time when I got into Denki Groove. So here's the disc and the inside. Like it's the Denki Groove logo, but in like 3D. That's a pretty cool album cover. Here's A by Denki Groove, which I think it stands for Ace. Like my favorite songs on there would be Shangri-La and Gotti Gotti Kun. Those are my favorite songs on that album. So here's the disc and the inside. Here's Vox by Denki Groove, which here's the back cover. My favorite songs on there would be Nothing's Gonna Change, Flashback Disco, The Home Run Tiger in the Bush, and TKO Techno Queen. Yeah, the case was like busted when I got it on Amazon. Like it took me 7 weeks to get that in the mail. So here's the disc and the spine card. But yeah, also the best Denki Groove album of all time. I recommend checking that one out. Here's some really good ones. Here's Gorillas by Gorillas. So here's the disc. Oh, and here's more of it. And the inside. Like this one has the booklet right here. Oops. There we go. Yeah, that's actually the Best Girls album. Here's another Best Girls album called Demon Days. I think this one's like the copy protected album, like a copy protected version of this album. Like you can't copy the soundtracks and you can't copy the tracks into MP3 files. But this one has my favorite ones, such as Dirty Harry, Feel Good Inc., Dare. Yeah, it has like a lot of great songs in this album. So here's the disc and the spine card. Here's Cross by Justice, which is one of the best albums. My favorite songs on there will be DANCE, New Jack, Phantom, and I guess Stress. That one's also a pretty good one. So here's the disc, the spine card, and here's the single for DANCE, like on the back. Yeah, here's the single for DANCE. This one's disc 2. Yep, this is the single for DANCE, as it says on disc 2. Here's a really great one. Here's Homework by Daft Punk. Oh, this one's a spine in Japanese. So here's the disc and the inside, which my favorite songs on there would be The Funk, Revolution 909, Around the World, Burnin', and what else? Oh, and also Phoenix. Those are my favorite ones in this album. Here's Now Fats Wide Small Music by Fats and Small. So here's a disc, and here's Fats and Small, the group. My favorite songs on there would be Theme from Sauce, Music for Pushchairs, Feel Good, and Turn Around. Those are my favorite songs on the album. Here's Analog Worms Attack by Mr. Oizo. So here's a disc and a spine card. Like here's Flat Eric on there. Yeah, I'd say my favorite songs on there would be Last Night a DJ Killed My Dog and Flat Beat. But with Flat Beat, this one doesn't play until like a few minutes later, until it started playing Flat Beat a few minutes later, which that's pretty interesting. I guess just to make it look like it's a hidden track, but it's track 15. Yeah, that's also a pretty good one too. And now for the last row. Here's Who I Am by Alan Jackson. And yes, I was a country person growing up. Like I listened to a lot of country musicians growing up. I guess Alan Jackson's one of them. So here's a disc and a spine card. This one has like the extended mix of Chattahoochee, which is the international bonus track. I don't think it's like available in like the original version, but it's like the international release that has the bonus track. Here's Everything I Love by Alan Jackson. So here's the disc. Although this one appears to be one of the few Alan Jackson albums to ever have a Japanese release. According to Discogs, there's like 5 of them that had Japanese releases. But I thought it was pretty cool to have like Japanese copies of Alan Jackson albums. Here's Heroes and Friends by Randy Travis. So here's the disc and the spine. Oh, and the inside with Randy Travis and other country legends. And also according to Discogs, that's like one of the only Rain Travels album to ever have a Japanese release. Oh, and there's also a compilation album too that had a Japanese release. There's also The Spine, which is the album's name in Japanese. And also in English too, like a typical Japanese release of a CD, where it has like Japanese on the spine and English on the other spine. Here's My Name is Soilo by Soilo, which she only released like 2 albums, like one back 2018, which is this one, and the one from 2019. Oops. So here's the disc and the spine card. But yeah, her music's pretty good. I like that song, Goodbye Teddy Bear. And I guess Apple Princess Go Go. That's actually my favorite songs on this album. Also a cool album cover too. Here's some really good ones. I got a couple of Fall Out Boy CDs. So here's Take This to Your Grave by Fall Out Boy. This one appears to be the Big Mouth Japan release. There's like another release, which is the Warner Music Japan release. In fact, my copy of A Fever Can't Sweat Out by Panic at the Disco was the Warner Music Japan release. It also has the Big Mouth Japan release too. But this one right here, this one's the original release of Take This to Your Grave by Fall Out Boy. So here's the spine card. And here's the disc right here. This one's like one of those enhanced discs. Like this, I think this one has the music video for, yeah, I think this has the music video for Dead on Arrival. That's actually my favorite song from them. I mean, it has a lot of my favorite ones. Like there's Tell That Mick He Just Made My List of Things to Do Today, Dead on Arrival, Grand Theft Auto, Where's Your Boy, Saturday, Homesick at Space Camp, Calm Before the Storm, and Reinventing the Wheel to Run Over Myself. That's a really great song from the Burnout 3 soundtrack. That's actually where I first heard that song. But my introduction to Fall Out Boy would be back 2008 when I was 10 years old. Like when I was watching that Happy Tree Friends music video, like when it was new. I think that was like 2007 when I was 9 years old. Since, of course, I was I was following Happy Tree Friends for a very long time. Here's another best Fall Out Boy album, which is From Under the Cork Tree. Like this one has my favorite ones, such as Dance Dance, Sugar We're Going Down. I mean, it has like a lot of great songs on this album. So here's the disc and the spine card. This one's like a bonus track, which is the music or the misery. I think that's what it says. And this one has like a acoustic version of this song called, wait, what's that song? Oh, Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner. Yeah, the acoustic version of the song. That's what the bonus track is. Now here's some Stevie Wonder CDs. Here's Hotter Than July by Stevie Wonder. Like this one has my favorite ones, such as All I Do, As You've Read My Mind, Master Blaster Jammin', and Happy Birthday, which this one's like a tribute song to Martin Luther King Jr. In fact, there's one release where it has like a picture of Martin Luther King Jr. on the back on vinyl. And the other version has like a piano on fire to like represent the album cover. So here's the inside, and here's the disc with the Motown logo. Here's In Square Circle by Stevie Wonder, which I also have this on vinyl. Which this one has my favorite ones, such as Part-Time Lover, I Love You Too Much, Whereabouts, Stranger on the Love Shore, Never in Your Sun, Go Home, and Overjoyed. That one's my favorite songs on this album. So here's the disc, which again with the Motown logo. And here's Stevie Wonder. Here's It's About Time by SWV, which is also the best album. I also have the single for Downtown slash Right Here and Human Nature Remix, which I have that one on vinyl. I have that single on vinyl. So here's the disc, and here's SWV. Like this one has my favorite songs, such as I'm So Into You, Right Here, Weak, Think You're Gonna Like It, and of course the Human Nature remix of Right Here. And here's the second part, which it like cut off on me like 36 minutes later, but I'm down to like 4 CDs left, and I got like 5 8mm CDs. So anyway, here's Heavy Weather by Weather Report, which is one of the best albums. I like the song Birdland, A Remark You Made, Teen Town, and Juggler. So here's the disc and the spine card, which also have this album. I also have this album on vinyl too. Here's some Incognito CDs. Here's Tribes, Vibes, and Scribes by Incognito. So here's a disc and a spine card. I love the song Colibri, Don't You Worry About a Thing, and and Pyramids. Those are some pretty good ones. Here's Positivity by Incognito, which my favorite songs on there will be Still a Friend of Mine, Positivity, Talking Loud, Think About Tomorrow, and Giving It Up. So here's a disc and a spine card. Here's F1 Grand Prix World by T-Square, which also has one song from Robin Zander. I got this one on Amazon back in 2018, like around the time when I got into T-Square. So here's the disc and some F1 vehicles. And that's all the CDs. Now time for some 8cm CDs. So here's Winter's Tale by Hiroshi Totakano and Takao Tajima. Let me show you the inside. So here's the disc and the lyrics. Oh, and this poster too. Like it's a commercial song. It's one of those commercial songs for the beer Sapporo. Here's Kazuni Fukarete by Chisato Moritaka. So here's the disc and the lyrics. Here's Tsuchipai Radio Station. Honto Tsuchitachi ni himata aeru. I think her name is Yuki, but this one's Tsuchipai. So here's the disc and the contents right here. Here's Orodore and Saperados by Luis Miguel. This one has like the hype sticker, which the wrestler Akira Hoto has this song as her theme, called Orodore. Which that's pretty cool how it just has like a hype sticker on it. So here's the disc and the lyrics in Spanish and Japanese. And last but not least, here's Da 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 by Denki Groove, which is the pretty cool cover. So here's the disc and the lyrics. And that's all of my Japanese music CDs in my collection. Well, just want to show you my collection of 8cm CDs and my collection of Japanese music CDs. So that's all for right now, and thanks for watching.